Welcome to Mlc TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Sherifat Mohammed. The headlines: Amended Electoral Act Bill to be forwarded to Buhari for ASSENT this week. British Prime Minister denies lying about lockdown party. And AFCON, Nigeria meets Guinea-Bissau in finals Group D match. Now the news in detail. The President Muhammadu Buhari has written to the Senate to seek confirmation of appointment in the Nigerian Communication Commission and the Federal Judicial Service Commission. President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, at the plenary on Tuesday, read a letter from Buhari dated January 10, 2022. Buhari is seeking confirmation of Professor Mansour Bin Dawa as non-executive commissioner of the NCC. The President said the request was made pursuant to the provision of Section 8(1) of the Nigerian Communication Act. In another letter, dated January 4, 2022, Buhari requested the Senate to confirm the nomination of Nnamonso Ekanem Akwa Ibom and Mahmoud Magaji Niger as members of the FGSC. Ekanem and Magaji are expected to represent the South-South and North-Central zones respectively. The letter reads in part, in accordance with the provision of Section 154 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, he hereby presents for confirmation by the Senate the following two names of members of Federal Judiciary Service Commission, who have been appointed in consultation with the Council of the State. The President of the Senate, Dr. Ahmed Lawan, has expressed hope that the National Assembly will pass the Electoral Act Amendment Bill on Wednesday and present it to the President, Muhammadu Buhari, for assent this week. Lawan disclosed this in an interview with State House correspondents on Monday after a meeting with the President at the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja. He, however, said that if the cleaning process took more than a day to complete, then it will be represented to Buhari early next week. He said, by the grace of God, tomorrow both chambers, the Senate and the House of Representatives, will pass the bill, and he hoped that by the end of the week, the bill could be brought back to Mr. President for his assent. Earlier, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajàbíàmílà, specifically said on Tuesday that the electoral bill for which the President withdrew assent would be reworked and passed on Wednesday and subsequently presented to the President. Buhari had vetoed the electoral bill over the restriction of political parties to direct primary, insisting on the direct, indirect, and consensual options. Both the Senate and the House of Representatives had suspended action on the bill till resumption on the Tuesday after the Christmas and New Year break. Gbajàbíàmílà in his opening address restated the benefits and restriction political parties to direct primary while criticizing the parties for lacking comprehensive membership. According to him, a strict direct primary option would have forced the parties to have a documented register. The passage of the continuous Electoral Act Amendment Bill would determine the preparation of the Independent National Electoral Commission for the 2023 general election. Its chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, emphasized on Tuesday. Yakubu barred his mind in Abuja during the first quarterly meeting of INEC with political parties in 2022. According to him, the commissioner was looking forward to speedy passage of the bill. He said that the commission would release the timetable for the 2023 elections immediately. The President, Muhammadu Buhari, signed the Electoral Amendment Bill into law. The INEC chairman said that the year 2022 was going to be a very busy year for the Commission and the political parties, with the 2023 general election just 396 days away, adding that the critical preparation must be concluded this year. On the continuous voter registration, Yakubu said that as at Monday, January 17th, a total of over 8 million eligible Nigerians commenced the online pre-registration, completed the registration physically, or applied for transfer to new voting locations, replacement of their permanent voter's card, or updated their voter information record as required by law. He said the Commission has been publishing weekly progress reports of the exercise. They are aware that the Nigerians want to know when their PVCs will be available for collection. At the moment, the Commission is undertaking the most comprehensive cleaning of the data to ensure that only eligible citizens are added to the voters register for the 2023 general election, and we share our findings with Nigerians, and the actual dates for the collection of the PVCs nationwide will be announced very soon. The INEC chairman advised political parties to continue to encourage eligible voters who have not registered to do so, bearing in mind that those who had registered at any time previously need not register again. He said, turning to the major end of tenure and off-cycle election, party primarily for the Ekiti State governorship election are scheduled for January 4th to 29, 2022. For the Osun State governorship election, primarily will hold from February 16th to March 12, 2022. In the case of Ekiti State, all the 18 political parties have served the mandatory notice for the primaries. Yakubu said that no party had so far submitted a list of aspirants, the composition of its electoral panel, or the register of members or list of delegates, depending on the choosing made for electing its candidates, adding that only one party has indicated the venue of its primaries. He told the political parties to do so immediately to enable the commission to work out the detailed plans for monitoring the primaries. A bill that seeks to regulate the mode of payment of rent in the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) has been introduced in the Senate. The bill, titled Advance Rent Residential Apartment Office Space (ETC) Regulation Bill 2022, was one of the 5 bills read for the first time during plenary on Tuesday. Kogi Senator Smart Adeyemi sponsored the bill. The bill, if passed, would make it an offense for any landlord to demand payment of advance rent from tenants. It seeks to reduce advance payment of rent from 1 or 2 years by tenants to 3 months and subsequent monthly payments. The bill comes amid complaints by Abuja residents of the high cost and mode of payment of rent. Many residents in the FCT have over time lamented the difficulty involved in getting accommodation due to the high cost, and a few who do are asked to make advance payment of 2 or 3 years accommodation in the city, ranges from 1.5 million naira to 4 million naira, depending on the size. This has made many options for accommodation in satellite towns like Nyanya, Kubwa, Lube, Kuje, among others. Although details of the bill have not been released, the sponsor said the bill would enable tenants to pay maximum advance payments of 3 months' rent, followed by subsequent monthly payments. The Federal Capital Territory Inland Revenue Service (FCT IRS) has set a 200 billion naira target for itself, urging residents to change their negative attitude towards payment of tax. Acting Chief Executive Officer of the service, Haruna Abdullahi, disclosed this in Abuja during a roadshow to sensitize residents on their civic obligations. Abdullahi noted that the service has adopted several measures to change the negative attitude of Nigerians towards tax paying. While he noted that the sensitization campaign for improving tax will be intensified, he also disclosed that the service will resort to extant laws to prosecute defaulters. According to him, it is an offense for organizations and companies to fail in filing their tax returns and as when due. He said the roadshow was to create an impression that FCTRS exists and also tell the public our roles and services, and to also enlighten the public on their responsibility to the country and FCT in particular. The head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Yemi Esan, said the Nigerian Medical Association and the Academic Staff Union of Universities, as well as their affiliates, were not recognized labor unions in the public service. She also stated that the federal government was considering creating 2 additional councils in the education and health sectors. Yemi Esan stated this during the opening of the separate and joint meetings of the National Public Negotiating Councils, which was attended by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, and the National President of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Ayuba Waba. The HOS said while they sit at plenary, he asked that among other crucial matters to be discussed, subject to recommendations emerging from the meetings. We'll be right back after the break. Stay with us.
Mlc TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose Mlc TV. Get human interest stories right here on Mlc TV. With entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on Mlc TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. Now to our foreign news. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has categorically rejected claims by his former chief aide that he lied to Parliament last week about a Downing Street party held during a strict lockdown. But appearing in public for the first time after days of COVID self-isolation, Johnson also ducked questions about whether he would resign if it's established by an internal inquiry that he did lie. He can tell you categorically that nobody told him, nobody said this was something that was against the rules, that it was a breach of the COVID rules, that it was something that wasn't a work event, he said. Frankly, he can't imagine why on earth it would have been allowed to go ahead, Johnson added on a media appearance after visiting a London hospital. Johnson is battling damaging allegations that he and staff attended boozy events during lockdowns, promptly public and political fury, and an investigation by senior civil servant Sue Gray. He has apologized for a May 2022 party. A key undersea cable that was destroyed in a volcano eruption in Tonga may take at least 4 weeks to be repaired, said New Zealand Foreign Minister. The cable was severed during a volcanic eruption on Saturday, crippling communications and cutting the Pacific island off from the outside world. The eruption also caused a tsunami which left at least 3 dead, including a British national. Teams have been working around the clock to get vital supplies to the region. Tonga has been unable to establish contact with the rest of the world since Saturday's violent eruption severed the country's only underwater cable into 2 places. Scant communication has been established since then, enabled only through a few satellite phones mainly held by foreign embassies in the capital city, Nuku'alofa. Many Tongans abroad have since been waiting to hear news from loved ones. The communication firm Digicel is expected to set up an interim 2G connection today that prioritizes voice and SMS communications, the statement added. However, the connection is expected to be limited and patchy, covering about 10% of regular capacity. Let's join John and Malik on sports updates.
Welcome to Sports Update. Senegal and Guinea have both advanced to the African Cup of Nations round of 16 after coming through a curious Group B. Neither of the two looked all much better than Malawi and Zimbabwe, but they have progressed nonetheless. Gabon and Morocco played 2-2 draw. Morocco finished top of Group C with Gabon as runner-up. Ghana lost to Comoros by 2-3. Four-time African champions have been knocked out of AFCON. Group D final round will see Sudan lock horns with Egypt while Guinea-Bissau will play Nigeria, though the Super Eagles is through to the round of 16. And straight to Europe, Brighton provided another huge blow to Chelsea dwelling hopes of winning the season Premier League title by coming from behind to claim a well-deserved draw at the INEC Stadium. Adam Webster found all the space he needed to head in from a corner in the second half of the game to give the home side a point to reward a display full of energy and endeavour. Thomas Tuchel's side started poorly and lacked authority throughout the game, opening the scoring against the run of play through Hakim Ziyech, well-struck low drive from outside the box. But they failed to build on the moment, never looking assured, and for all their desperate intent simply could not find a way to restore their lead and claim the vital win. And that's Sports Update on Mlc TV. I am Malik Jonah.
And that's our news package today on MLC TV. Join us tomorrow, same time via this channel. For For your daily news, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV, Facebook, Mlc TV, Instagram, Mlc TV 2021, and Twitter at Mlc TV. For your advert placement and sponsorship, please call any of the number displayed on your screen. I am Sherifat Mohammed. Thanks for staying with us.